All right, let's talk about something truly mind-boggling. India's general election. Seriously, when you look at the sheer scale of it, it's one of the most incredible things humanity pulls off. It's a massive dance of logistics, technology, and just pure human will. It's staggering. So to really get a sense of this, let's just start with a number. Over 970 million. Now get this, that's not the population of India. That's the number of registered voters. Just let that sink in for a second. It's like taking every single person in North America, adding everyone in the European Union, and you're still not quite there. It's just huge. So that begs the question, right? How on earth do you run an election for nearly 1 billion people? I mean, how do you make sure every single one of those votes is counted fairly, securely, and that every voice gets heard? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now. Okay, so to get how this all works, you've got to meet the conductor of this massive, massive orchestra. This is the Election Commission of India, or ECI for short. And the really important thing to know about them is that they're autonomous. They're an independent group set up by the Constitution itself. Think of them as the ultimate, impartial referee, making sure this gigantic democratic game is played by the book. So for any single person in India, where does this all start? Well, it begins with one simple thing: becoming an official voter. The great thing is the whole system is built on being open to everyone. The rules for who gets to vote are actually super simple and inclusive. Basically, are you an Indian citizen? Are you at least 18? Do you live in the area? If you can say yes to those, you have a fundamental right to vote. It's as simple as that. And getting registered? It's just as straightforward. It's basically a 4-step deal. You fill out a form, you can do it online or on paper, you show some basic proof of your age and where you live, an official double-checks everything, and boom, you get your voter ID card, which is called an EPIC. The whole process is really designed to be as easy as possible. Okay, let's zoom out again. You've got almost 1 billion voters. You've got thousands of candidates all competing. How do you stop it from becoming a total free-for-all? Well, you need a really solid rulebook. And that rulebook is called the Model Code of Conduct, or MCC. You can think of it like a gentleman's agreement, but with serious teeth. It's a set of guidelines all the political parties have agreed to follow to keep things fair. And the ECI, they're the ones who enforce it, right from the second the election dates are announced. So what's in this rule book? Well, it all really boils down to fairness and respect. On the do side, candidates have to be civil, they have to follow the rules for rallies, and cooperate with election officials. And on the don't side? Oh, that's where it gets serious. Absolutely no hate speech, no using government resources for your campaign, and a huge no-no to bribing or intimidating voters. But here's where things get really cool and super modern. The ECI has basically deputized every single citizen with a smartphone. There's this app called SVEEP. It lets you, yes you, report any violations you see in real time. You can snap a photo or take a video, it's all geotagged, and officials have to respond within 100 minutes. It's citizen-powered accountability, which is just awesome. So you've got registered voters, and you've got rules for fair play. But that's only half the battle, right? You actually have to get people excited and make it easy for them to show up. And that leads us right into our next big topic, getting out the vote. And for that, we need to talk about SVEEP. It's the ECI's giant program for voter education and participation. The best way to think about it is like a massive motivation machine. Its whole purpose is to reach out, educate everyone on why their vote matters, and get them fired up to participate, especially first-time voters. And the way SVEEP works is actually pretty brilliant and simple. It's a 3-pronged attack. First, information, just the basics. Tell people how to vote, when to vote, where to go. Second, motivation. This is the fun part. They use everything from social media campaigns and celebrity shoutouts to local events to create a buzz. And third, facilitation. This is all about making it physically easier to vote. Things like adding ramps at polling stations for accessibility, just removing any excuse not to show up. Okay, so does any of this actually make a difference? I mean, all this effort, does it work? Well, the numbers really do tell the story. Just look at this chart. You can see a clear, steady rise in how many people are turning out to vote over the last few elections. That's not an accident. That's what this kind of focused effort looks like in action. All right, the big day has arrived. It's election day, you're registered, you're fired up, and you just walked into the polling booth. So what happens now? Let's go through the most important part of the whole process, how your vote is actually cast. So the main piece of tech you'll see is the electronic voting machine, the EVM.
But it doesn't work alone. It's teamed up with a partner called the VVPAT. And the VVPAT is super important because it adds a paper trail, a physical backup to the electronic vote. It's like having a digital receipt and a paper one, just to be sure.
Okay, so here's the play-by-play of what happens inside the booth. Step 1, an official verifies your ID and puts that famous indelible ink on your finger. That's to make sure nobody votes twice. Step 2, you go to the machine and press the button next to the candidate you've chosen. Now, here's the magic moment. As soon as you press it, the VVPAT prints a little paper slip with your candidate's name and symbol on it. You get to see that slip for 7 seconds through a little window, so you can personally verify, yep, that's who I voted for. Then the slip drops into a sealed box and you hear a loud beep. That beep means your vote is officially and securely cast. It's a fantastic system of checks and balances. Now, you might be thinking, is this system really secure? And that's a fair question, but it's important to know that India's Supreme Court has looked at this EVM VVPAT system again and again. And every single time, they've given it a thumbs up, saying it's transparent, verifiable, and trustworthy. So when you think about it, from that first step of filling out a form, all the way to that final beep in the polling booth, it's just this incredible, multi-layered process. It's built on rules, on technology, on a massive effort to get people involved. But really, it all boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful idea.
And this is the idea I really want to leave you with, something that completely reframes the whole thing. Voting isn't just about being a participant. It's not just about ticking a box. It's about being an empowered guardian of the Constitution. You're not just playing the game, you're one of the people protecting the rules.
And that really brings us to the final question, a question for you to think about. When you understand everything we just talked about, all the effort, the technology, the rules that go into making sure your one vote can be cast and counted, what does it really mean to you to be an empowered guardian?